Hello and welcome to the sixth and final league draw of the Escalation League. Say hello, Ben.
Hello.
And Zippy.
Zippy.
So, I know you've all been very patient waiting for today because we couldn't do it on our normal Sunday.
Yeah.
But
You're too busy.
Yeah, I was too busy.
Off on your travels.
Cheating on us with South of Wales.
Well, you know, we have to represent, unfortunately. But you know, today is a big event. I think it's, you know, we've put a lot of work in. Ben's just done so much organising. The website's worked flawlessly. The submitting the scores has just been fantastic. The league table is just so quick on the upload.
This is good.
I just think everyone should take a moment to say thank you to Ben. I do personally. I think it's been so good, and the engagement's been great as well. So thanks, Ben.
And to you guys as well, Josh, obviously for hosting the. Well, I should say Taylor really, but Josh for the.
Yeah, and of course
Josh for providing the space.
that's our intern on the tech side here, Taylor, my wife, and competent techie. So.
Good job you haven't got a doghouse.
Yeah, I know. Well, there's no suspense today when it comes down to the mission because it's the last one.
No, which we did post earlier in the week just so everyone was on a fair footing. Alpha Omega, I'm not sure of the actual official title. So is it Supply Drop?
Supply Drop.
I think it's called.
It should be coming up on the screen now. Actually, there's no point holding it back. So if we could get Taylor to just share the map. There's been a slight alteration because I've changed it to be a heavy map because we don't have the medium map.
Basically, right,
So you have a look up there. Yeah, it's Alpha Omega. So one will disappear on turn 4, and then the last one will remain, as it were. I don't know why they do it that way.
Yes, one note on the mission as well that kept coming up last week. There was quite a few people practicing, interestingly. Lots of anticipation for round 6.
I like it.
But it is a slight quirk in the rules is when you... Alpha is the one that goes at turn 4, Omega is the one that stays.
Remains.
Rather than being one goes, the second one goes. So you're left with your objective that remains.
I think we all made that mistake when it came out, so that's fair enough. It's a big primary scorer, so it's 15 possible in the second turn because you've got 15 3. Then it's another 15 turn 4. No, 16 in turn 4.
16
points
turn
for
3.
each turn 4.
Yeah, which is actually the highest scoring round.
It is, yeah.
And then it's going to be 15 for that final one.
Yeah. Which is potentially 3 WTC points if it's a pure 15-point swing at the end.
Yeah.
So it's pretty.
So people will be fighting over
Pretty
that last
massive.
objective.
Yeah, it's an interesting mission. As you say, you can actually afford not to score primary for the first couple of turns,
Yeah.
as long as you secure them
Yeah,
later on.
yeah.
So
If you can get a big blob onto that final objective and keep it on there all game, you're shooting for a nice big 15 points.
Yeah,
So-
or bait and switch. Make sure you're on it for the last round. But anyway, there's different strategies. It does favour tankier armies, I think, this one, just because it's a hammer and anvil, so there's nowhere to jump around the flanks. But that's it, really.
yeah. Talk a bit about lists before we jump into the.
Well, we
draw,
could,
or do you want
but
to do it as we go along?
I think we'll do it as we go along. Give us a bit
Cool.
of breathing space between draw, and then I can just comment on them. There's been some weird and wacky ones, isn't there?
There's a few entertaining lists, a few interesting little quirky ones.
Yeah.
There's a few people, Matt, taking it very seriously with ultra meta lists, which I like to see. So
I can't say anything.
yeah, no, I think it's what it's good to see is people it's the league is catering to the whole range of people. Whether you want to put new models on the table, whether you want to take it ultra seriously, which is great to see because ultimately it's to get people to meet new opponents, have fun, and add a bit of competitive spirit to it, just to keep it interesting.
And it's surprisingly close at the top. So despite winning all my games, I'm only 10 points ahead because
Indeed.
obviously those behind me have had slightly tougher opponents. So it's not done and dusted yet.
It's not, no, we did spend a bit of time working out some different connotations and I think based on the draw, pretty much from first down to 5th or 6th, there's still a possible combination of one of those individuals winning the league. So
That's fantastic.
and actually from 6th all the way down to I think 16th, 17th, there is potential for people to make that top 8. So yeah, lots to play for.
So push for that top 8, and then do we know when the tournament is for the final one?
Yeah, so obviously the top 8 who finishes in the league once all the last games finished will be invited to join the WTC Wrexham team.
Yeah.
Depending on if some of those individuals can't make the day or don't want to play, because obviously it's an
Yep.
option, we'd then go down the places in the league, and then once we have the team formed, we'd then invite everybody else in the league to compete on the 2nd of June,
Second of June.
on the Sunday at the Daniel Owen to play a 3-round WTC tournament where we're looking for
There
the
we
top 4 players to come and join and represent us against
An
against Wrexham.
open cup for all members.
Yeah, new members, old members, any army, any list. It's completely open for whatever people want to play, and come and join us to kick Wrexham's ass. That's the plan.
Fantastic. That'll make Alan happy.
I
So,
was going to say, if we finally bring Ash back, he'll have nothing to moan about that, will he?
well, we just got to get. I want a clean sweep. I just want 20 nils across the board. That's what I'm expecting, boys.
Yeah.
So
Every single game.
every game,
Yeah.
no pressure.
Okay.
There will be
Cool.
practice before, I think.
I've told you I can't make it.
Yeah, and I should say, lastly, on the 1st of June, we are having a League Cup tournament. So again, those individuals who finish in the top 8 in the league,
Yeah.
we'll initially invite to come on the Saturday as well to play for the League Cup trophy. It's
A
a bit of
Masters, is it?
it's a bit of a pre-WTC qualifying tournament and a chance for those individuals playing in the Wrexham team to have a bit of practice and
Yeah.
get to know each other a bit better.
Because
So-
I haven't played the top 3. I don't think. Ben, I haven't played Ben. I haven't played top 4. Matt, Jordan, or Ben, and frankly, it's a disgrace.
see what this round draws out.
Yeah.
So
So I guess we've kept them waiting long enough, haven't we? Right. Okay. Let's get on with the draw.
It's a dodgy chat.
What are they saying in the chat?
Oh, they're having their own kink shaming competition.
Kink shaming.
No, I'm kidding.
Oh.
So you can't do that without Adam.
I know.
It's missing out.
Right,
So
so
I've already taken my one job off me, which is rolling the dice for the map.
Oh, good point. Well, the balls are loaded.
Surplus to requirements.
The balls
He has
are
got the
mixed.
list.
Yep.
We're good to go. There is, as you can imagine, quite a few people who have played each other in this round. We might have to see a few splits and a few redraws, but obviously we'll get there in the end. Good to go.
Let's do
Yeah.
So let's do this.
So,
Right.
first ball.
So, first out, number 1.
Number 1, that is a Joshua Townley playing Eldor.
Oh, playing the meta Eldor. Well, there's not. It can't be meta because it's a new data slate. But here we go.
Playing number 6.
Number 6,
Who's
which
number 6?
is Alex Sodek
Alex Sodek.
with his
Tyranids.
Tyranids. Yeah.
Oh, so
Is this in order of?
this is the based on when they won, and I put them in the.
And then it's
The
1
list.
to 28.
So it is
Yeah.
1.
6.
Oh,
number
okay, got it.
6. Yeah, it's not league table order because then you've got less chance of those people playing.
Well,
Sure.
Alex is rocking a Gaunt spam. It's a pretty well balanced list. Unfortunately,
I'm pretty sure it's Alex who's just said, no, this is rigged.
I mean, what I won't say is obviously, as we all know, Josh has found a new love for Tyranids
I
after his
have.
visit at the weekend,
I
and
love
lo and behold, he now gets to play Tyranids. So there's there's a bit of passion there.
let's see. It could cost me the league though if I don't get a lot of bonus points out of Alex. So
I think Alex has scored pretty decently, about 46 WTC points.
okay.
There's a decent number of bonus points there. Obviously, you need a big win to keep it secure. That's the interesting thing. It's all going to depend
Yeah.
on the rest of the draws. So let's
Yeah,
see.
it's really strange that Josh put the balls in that order, to be fair. Obviously, he got a taste for Nibs after beating me last week.
Right, come on. Next one.
Go. So we have number 5.
Number 5, that is Nathan Evans with his Chaos Space Marines.
Nathan Evans.
Against number 9.
Number 9, that is Luke Keenan with his Dark Angels.
Great. So Nathan's new.
Yes.
Can they play?
Yeah.
Yes, they can.
They can. Okay, they've not played. So Nathan Evans, he's probably begrudging the fact that he can't play his new Chaos yet. Next league, mate. Never mind. But he's got double Oblitz. Very mixed bag. But he's going into Luke's army, which is basically just a Land Raider and a Repulsor. But kudos to Luke. He's got 2 units of Intercessors. Basic bitch Marines.
Dark Angels is obviously Nathan's second army.
Yeah, true.
So I believe he knows them fairly well. Nathan's had I think one of the toughest draws so far in terms of opponents played.
Has he?
He's played a couple of the big boys as well. Just checking the
I'm just looking where they are on terms of points, bonus points and points.
Yeah,
but,
I think he's had a mixed bag, Nathan. A couple of good wins, a couple of close draws, and obviously not a good matchup, that one. I think Nathan's also
Ninth.
very reliable, which I think will make Luke happy because he's had a few issues with games this tournament as well, with not being able to get games in. So
Nathan's 9th.
should be a good
So
one.
he just needs to squeak over the line there.
Yeah, it's a big game for Nathan. This one he needs a good win. He's going to get in that top 8. He needs a good win.
All right, next draw.
Yeah, looking there, he's almost got as many bonus points as I have.
One at a time. What have we got?
We have number 2.
Number 2, that is a Ben Lanes.
I don't know who that is, but
With
apparently
Drug Harry.
he's rocking a lot of Venoms.
Yeah.
Not as many as he could take, apparently, but he's got a lot of them filled with Space Elves. And who's he going into?
Number 12.
Number 12, who you've already gone into, it's Young Alex.
So it's a redraw.
Split
It's a
there.
redraw.
Split Young Alex. Young Alex has gone. Where have I got him down here? Actually?
Down.
There he is. Well, actually, Young Alex got a shot win into Andy, the last league winner last
Yeah,
game.
beat the last champion.
He did actually, so he's looking for a good win as well.
Okay, the next ball out is number 11.
Number 11, that is Phil Roberts with Adeptus Sororitas.
Interesting game, that one. Interestingly, Phil actually has contributed to my list because about 4 weeks ago it was Phil who sold me the extra Drakari models that were going around.
And now you get to
That will
hit
now
him in
be
the
coming
face.
back to hit Phil in the face. So, thank you for that, Phil. You've powered my army up there. I've had, I think we've played once when Phil joined the club, so it'd be good to.
He said, for the Emperor.
Actually, do you know what? I also haven't played Sisters in 10th edition, so.
They are spicy. If I look at Phil's list here, quick one, it's got double. Is it Phil Roberts? Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah. Double Arcoflagellants. Those guys are tough. Feel no pain, fight on death.
They are very tough, and they will
You won't-
enjoy.
You won't clear them in combat.
No, they'll just enjoy working their way through 32 units of cheap Drakari.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
Phil funded for me. So thank you again, Phil. But no, that, I say I've not played. I've been looking forward to playing Sisters, considering the fact there was Jordan, Jason, and Phil playing. How I've managed
not
to
played them
avoid
either.
playing Sisters the
Strangely
whole
enough,
league is
neither
crazy.
have I.
I've never actually played them. I
I
need the experience. I really want the
I
experience.
played Sisters once at the end of 9th edition when they were god awful.
Yeah.
Not played
I don't
Sisters.
know. I played them
Right.
right when we went to Liverpool, and that guy had those, the ones with the double chain swords that were,
Arcoflagellants.
yeah,
Oh, those
Um,
no, those Sisters Repenter.
yeah, AP5.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next out, number 3.
Number 3, that's Stephen Bennett with Necrons.
Stephen
And I don't believe Alex and Steve have played.
I don't believe they have.
Oh, yeah.
So that's an interesting game. It's a Necronoff.
Yeah.
I believe they both have very similar lists. I'm not sure. Did Steve drop that? I think Steve may have dropped the Monolith after a couple of poor
No,
performances recently.
I
No,
believe
I
he
think
dropped it on the floor.
Oh, that was
Yeah.
it. That was it.
Yeah.
I knew he dropped it in some way, shape,
Yeah.
or form,
Yeah.
and it was on the floor. Makes sense.
Oh, that burns. Okay, no, he's
That
still
might
got
have
it.
been when I killed it turn 1 with my knights at the weekend. I'm not sure, but we'll see.
Oh, that's brilliant. No, he's only got the single wraith. He's got the double immortal. And he's got the monolith, I think.
I'm pretty sure, unless I'm guessing Steve hasn't changed too much. Are we going to see a bit of a Nightbringer versus Nightbringer duel in the middle?
He
of the
has
table?
got Nightbringer. I can't remember what if Alex. I think it is Nightbringer.
He did have it last time, so that's. I mean, that means no one else has to face the Necrons list. So I think we're all happy.
We
for the
are
rest
all
of
happy
the
because this is a
opponents.
good map for Necrons.
It'd be a good game that Alex into Steve. Both
Yeah.
pulled off some shock results.
Someone said they deserve each other.
They do deserve each other. Monolith to monolith if we're both using them.
Next.
I'm guessing that was Rich.
Number 8.
Number 8 is Jordan Davis of Adeptus Sororitas.
He's in third place. He's
So
two
it's
minutes.
quite a big draw, this one, because Jordan needs. If Jordan can pick up a good amount of bonus points and a good victory, he's in real contention for winning the league.
He is.
We have number 10.
Number 10 is Chris Whitehead with Space Marines.
Just Whitehead. Well, interestingly, there's been some big changes in the lists of both. So
Triple Redemptor was this one?
yeah, all the big chunky
All the
units,
big
none
ones.
of the jumping around. And I think Jordan has gone. He's got no indirect. So that's probably a good
Okay.
shout. If he'd gone indirect, it would have been pretty wasted into this list.
Yeah.
Yeah,
But
so
all the big units for Chris that really don't like Melter, that you can't reduce the damage on the Redemptors,
And there's a lot of OC in Jordan's list, which is great for this primary game.
Once and for all, we'll get the I guess the outcome of who's better in power armor, men or women. Sisters versus Marines.
I don't think we can answer that
Let's
question.
see what happens. Let's see what happens until the custodians come
Just,
on.
let's quickly move on.
Equal opportunities.
Girls do it better. Right, who's up?
Number 14.
number 14, Jason Edwards with Adeptus Sororitas.
There we go.
That's
So
all
he
of our
has gone-
sisters out.
He's got plenty of indirect.
Number 4.
Number 4, that is Mike Darby with World Eaters.
Ooh, that's tough. So there's a lot.
They may have.
They have already played each other.
Okay, redraw. So who's Jason going into?
Let's hope we can get some
I'm
two
going to give you a very
draws.
challenging response there.
That was going to be tough. for
Number
Jason.
13.
Number 13, Josh Burns with Space Wolves.
Just as bad, I would say.
So we've got another Marines into Sisters, have we?
Yeah, we have.
Yeah, but these ones are on wolves.
Yeah, these ones got the claws out.
Yeah.
You talking about the Sisters still, or are we talking
Yep,
about
yep.
Oh, meow.
Right, we've got number 4 into number 7.
Number 4 can't go into number 7, that's Eros.
Okay, so that
So-
now means
We've got another redraw. Keeping on.
we have to
So
put
just to confirm, we've got
14
Jason.
and 4 can't play.
14 and 4 can't play.
Sorry, just to confirm, we've got Jason going into
Josh.
Josh Burns.
Josh Burns. So that's confirmed.
Yeah, so no, I think
We might actually have to
Josh-
split Jason,
yeah.
Jason and Josh.
Josh might have to go into Mike.
Why has Jason played Josh?
No, but Mike has played the other 2 people.
And then they're the last two.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mike has played 7 and 14.
yeah.
He hasn't played 4, but then
So it'd have to be the one that we drew first would have to go into Josh. Otherwise we're manipulating
Yes.
the
Yeah.
result. So Josh would go into the first one we drew.
Yeah.
which was 14,
Which
so it'd
was-
be 8 versus 14.
So that is number 8 is Jordan
Into
into
Jason.
Jason 14.
the sisters off.
That then gives us 13 and 7,
13 Josh Burns. 7 is
To
Eros.
Eros.
and that gives us
God.
4 into 10.
4 is Mike Darby into Chris Whitehead.
Is that right? Have we had to do that?
Yes, because we couldn't have 4 and
Because we've had too many players playing
yeah,
against each other.
14.
Yeah.
So,
So we've had
sorry.
to split the 2.
Let's go through that one at a time. Sorry about the confusion. So
should we go back from the top?
we have Jordan Davies now going into Jason Edwards. So that's
Yeah,
the
correct.
sisters off. We'll see which one wins, indirect or to castigators. And then we have Josh Burns with the wolf spam into
Yeah.
Eros.
Correct.
Eros, who's actually brought a fucking titan.
He has bought a 1100 point Eldar Titan,
Which I think is Josh
Um,
Burns' worst fucking nightmare.
which
Yes.
does have a 4-up invuln against ranged, but it doesn't have a combat invuln.
Yeah, but the wolves only do 1 damage.
How many wounds does it got?
30.
30 wounds.
Yeah, but
Toughness
6
alive
fund,
at
6
13.
Thundercavs.
Toughness 13. Anyway, you can do it, Josh!
Josh has got about 307 Thundercav in his list, so I think if he just charges them all in,
Yeah, just use
That-
them as as
that
wolf
times
shields.
Someone said, thank God it's not World Eaters.
Yeah, that's probably Jason. I
And
would
that
say
is now-
Eros and Josh Burns are actually similarly matched in league points due to bonus points. Eros is much further. No, sorry, Josh is much further ahead. So if Eros wins that, that secures him top 8. I think.
yeah, even a good draw for Eros, I think, because of the bonus points, he's going to earn more. He's going to get more than Josh is going to get because Josh has scored more WTC. So,
And as long as Jason,
big game that.
I think Jason, as long as he gets a few points out of that game, not saying he's going to lose, but if he only needs a few points to get a lot of bonus points out of Jordan.
It was Josh Burns who said it.
Was it Josh Burns?
I think Josh would prefer an 1100 point Titan list than World Eaters.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because you don't want your Thundercav going into
No.
Berserks and 8-bound and whatnot. So, but as you said, that is probably, if you compare the Warhound to the, is it the
No, it's not Phantom. It's a
Titan or
Revenant. Revenant.
whatever the Eldar one is, it is so much better than the £1,100 Warhound. It's doesn't really make sense, and they're both the same
Hold
price. It's just so much better.
Just make them better.
Yeah, it's got a better invon. It's got a better armor save. It's got better guns.
You didn't even make it, you willed it into existence.
Exactly, that's why it's so good.
Yes. Right.
All right,
Yeah.
let's get on to the bracket 2. So this is where Adam has ended up.
This is after someone beat the living snot out of me
So
last
yeah,
round.
I'll let you have 4 points. So Adam's got 5th position now.
I have got 5th position.
So
yeah.
you are stay in the top 8. You're looking for not only a win,
Yeah.
but also an opponent that has quite a lot of points to get you bonus points.
Yeah, and the problem is, I think the person I would like to get in this draw is Matt, and Matt
Because this is Matt's, Matt's the
Yeah.
Chaos team.
Matt has brought quite a heavy meta list, and I've mixed mine up for something I've not played before, foolishly, and taken all my last cannons out. Yeah,
That's an interesting choice.
yeah,
Which is an interesting choice.
yeah.
So you've taken all your heavy shooting out.
Yeah,
So yeah, you probably don't want to go into
into Matt.
into
Just,
monsters. But
just
they're
roll
only
sixes.
Yeah.
4 up demon saves. So.
Have you got that book?
Yeah. Oh, sorry. How's the audience doing? Have you got any questions?
Someone just said MetaMat.
Matt,
That's a Matt. I mean, that is Matt's. If
Stephen.
Matt does qualify and we get the t-shirt, if we do t-shirts for Rexham,
It's Matt.
yeah, absolutely will be Meta Matt.
It's funny
That is
because
just
there's many Matt.
I was going to say I can't have 2 meta mats in my life.
Just every Matt I know is a Matt.
Right, we're good to go
Yep.
for the next draw. So we start with 28.
28. That's Stephen Davis. With his Necrons.
He's rocking up. He has gone for the perfect list for this map, in my personal opinion. He's gone double Wraiths. So he just needs to,
I know.
mid to late game, go and sit on a
Sit
fucking
on an
objective. Not.
I don't want that.
Number 19.
Number 19. I don't think that's me. No. Ian Rogerson. That's Chaos Space Marines. And they haven't played each other.
They haven't played each other. Ian Rogers and I have played, and that's his Kinky Sunesh Chaos Warriors.
Yeah, his neon pink ones.
I wonder how they'll do. Not sustained.
Next up, 26.
26. That is Mr. Fury, the reigning champion.
He is the reigning champion. I think probably it's too much for him to expect now to finish in the top 2 or 3.
Legend has it that the famous Brad Pitt movie was named after him.
Yeah, I
so
believe
that's
so.
what I understand. So let's see how his tank's doing round 6. And who's he going into, Ben?
It's going into 21.
21. That is Simon Payne with Dark Angels.
Ooh, Simon Payne. I wanted him to have a good win because I played him. I want his bonus points. He's another good guy. He's taken intercessors for sticky objectives. But it's a mixed bag list.
Can they just rename them Tactical Marines again?
I know.
Play it properly.
One day. That'll be tough for Simon. He'll have to hide from a lot of Demolisher cannons for a few turns.
Yeah.
23.
23. That is Curtis with Chaos Space Marines. This is a potentially spicy draw because Curtis has played a lot of people in this division. Bracket.
Okay. He's been drawn against 27.
27, which is James Larkin, and they have not played.
They haven't. That's fantastic. So Curtis is bringing a lot of Raptors and Warp Talons, which has got a big boost in the new Codex. So sorry, Curtis, you can't play it this time. But even worse news for Curtis, James is rocking a double Land Fortress in this list.
Yeah.
So I hope you got a lot of anti-tank there, Curtis.
Or if you can get right in its face early doors and just take it off the map, like some custards did to me last week.
Well, that's unusual.
22.
22. That is Matthew Jones with Chaos Demons.
Oh, he's the scalp. He's got the biggest scorer on the table in the
Yes,
round 2
yes.
bracket. He's got 79 points to take for bonus
He has.
points.
He has.
Wow.
Who got him?
Number 20.
Number 20, which is Richard Naismith. Chaos Knights. Chaos into Chaos.
Oh,
That's an interesting matchup because if anyone, Matt needs to get in close.
He does.
And Rich is full of Melter 4, Melter 6, all sorts all over the place.
Yeah.
Lots of Carnivores are probably one of the only models that is capable of taking down a Bloodthirster if he gets to attack Thirst. So it's an interesting matchup, that.
Rich has he's got all the tools, but yeah, we'll see. He'll have to. It's I've never seen the matchup actually.
I think Rich is now grateful he didn't take the Warhound Titan because into Matt's Chaos list, it was dead turn 1.
Yeah.
So Rich is sitting unusually down.
You said bad matchup. Didn't want that.
Well, Rich is sitting down.
I wanted him
And
to have it.
Stephen has pointed out he also has a Lancer.
Oh, he has taken his Lancer, which, again, if you want a model 4-up Invon in combat, if you want something that can go toe-to-toe with demons, it's your Lancer. Just get
That's
it
not
into...
what it is.
Yeah.
It's a Lancer.
It's got a Knight Lancer, yeah.
Oh, interesting. And because it's Hammer and Anvil, there's not a lot of room for Matt to drop down. So
No, I mean, the
think
big
that's a
Lancer
square
and lots of War Dogs is a pretty solid...
Oh, I might have
solid
that one
list.
recorded here at the Hot Dice
That'd be a
Studio.
good game.
Yeah. Because I think
Yeah.
that'll be close.
Matt wants to get in close, and that's where Rich wants them.
Luckily, it's a late scoring game, so let's see.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you know what we're saying. Rich is 17th.
If you
Matt
want-
is 4th.
Rich, those bonus points alone from Matt's score is going to push him up the league.
It is, yeah.
This is specifically, if you want something to go toe to toe with demons, it's Custodes Ben. Wink. From Alex.
Maybe once upon a time, Alex. I think now, unfortunately, custodians at best want to just stay in the box and,
I'm sure they're not that
until they get their rehash in a few months' time when they drop to 40-odd%. But we'll see. I still think they're better than people think they are. Every time custodians get a codex, everyone complains about how bad it is. But generally, it's the biggest, most popular faction for new players. They go into tournaments, the win rate drops because it's new players who know what they want to do. And then a few months later, someone like Adam Lane, not a relative of mine, a namesake, one of the best custodians players in Europe, goes and wins London GT. So, anyway.
It's actually Ben's pseudonym.
Yeah.
Yes, I put a beard and glasses on,
Yeah. Bald cap.
turn up and play. Right, we probably should carry on where we
Sorry,
were.
yeah.
Number 16.
Number 16, that's Paul Murphy with his guard.
Oh, what can we say about this one?
Well, I think it's about time the rest of the field and whoever's got this matchup is going to find it an interesting matchup because Paul has bought effectively 3 Baneblades. It's absolutely insane. I think it's a Shadow Sword, a Storm Sword, and a Baneblade. So I think Paul's got about 5 models.
But for the record, good coverage on this map. You can see quite far on this map. And that's 72 wounds at toughness 13 with a 2+ save.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
And
a challenge for
if
anyone.
I'm right in thinking, all the WC terrain does just under 4 inches in height. So
Yeah.
his Baneblade can actually drive over
Yeah,
it.
it's just got to toe into the terrain. It can see out of it.
So Baneblade in each
It can
objective.
fly. It can drive over it.
It can bypass any terrain that's 4 inches or under. The Baneblade can drive over. It's like a knight.
Uh-oh.
So it can't. So because it's quite timed, I think you can probably sneak a couple of Baneblades onto the objectives there.
Can it drive over something if it's flying?
No, but it can't block it.
I'm wondering if you can remove my gargoyles.
Adam's worried
No.
that he's drawn it.
Oh.
And the reason why I'm talking this one out is because I'm trying to
Oh
keep
my
it
God! Is it Adam?
interesting
Is
to
it
know
Adam?
who's got this draw.
Please, man.
And it's not. It's number 18.
Oh, number 18, Harry Christian with the Space Marines.
Oh fuck, Harry. Good luck, buddy.
Yeah, I mean, although I think Harry has bought a fair bit of anti-tank, ironically.
He has, but bless him, it's a good mixed army, and this is just one of those. He's just gonna have to hide the best he can, I think. Score secondaries, go for
Yeah,
primaries,
get into
like
combat.
try and get the primary scores as best he can. But yeah, you jammy fuck.
Well, my
It's
plan
gonna
was
be
just going
fun
to
to see
just
on the
throw
table.
stuff at those Baneblades so they couldn't go anywhere. That was going to be my plan.
It's going to be fun to watch that game, I have to say. I've seen someone take 2 Titanic tanks. I've never seen somebody with 3. So, if you can get them all on the table, Paul, I'm really
Only
keen.
in the escalation.
Only
mate.
in the escalation. You see 3 Baneblades and an 1100 point Eldar Knight in the same round. Fun times. Okay, number 24.
Number 24, that is Mr. Tristan with his World Eaters.
So Tristan's got the Lord of Skulls.
Into, and we were just talking about how Adam really doesn't want to fight high armour, big objects. Number number 17.
Number 17,
Adam.
the man, the myth, the legend, me.
So Adam and his non-anti-tank list
Yeah.
into
It's got
Triss's Lord of Skulls.
He's got a load of skulls in there.
That's going to be interesting. I'm glad I've taken all of my anti-armour out of my list and not played my Monster Mash list.
And 2 units terminators.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know how we've
I
managed
hate
to
when I
get
listen
away.
to you.
Why?
Because if I don't listen to you, it was the right choice. When I listen to you, it's completely the wrong choice.
I told you my list.
So far, we've seemed to have got away with every single draw has been fine, despite everyone having played like 3 people in this
Yeah,
league.
it's mad.
It's been, it's worked out perfectly. Number 15
Number 15, that is Lee Hughes with Adeptus Sororitas.
into, hopefully this has gone right, number 25.
Number 25, that is Ty
Ty.
with Space Wolves.
It is. So both new to the league, both new to the club. Lee has just got his brand new Arcoflagellants. I assume they're painted, so they're going to be a nightmare to fight on death. And Ty, who's just been packed tons of enthusiasm, a good mixed bag. I'm glad to see those two play each other.
Yeah, that will be interesting.
Is that everybody now?
And that is it. That's the draw complete. So all sorts of a few interesting matchups there. Who did we draw 8 into? Jordan Jason, isn't it?
Yeah.
So he's probably, I'd say, one of the picks of the round. I think that's
I'm looking forward
has a
to
big
it.
impact on that top 8 where people finish, similar to Eros and
It's a bit of a bugger, that one,
Eros and Chris.
because I don't know, because they're both all in the top 8 now. So whether they cockblock each other or they do fine. Jason's near the bottom, so he's looking to fight to get some points on the table just to stay in that top 8. I think he's going to get a lot of bonus points.
Yeah.
But on that one, actually, so when does the league actually finish? When's the last gaming day, Taylor? I think it's
Sunday the 2nd of June.
It is. So because obviously we had the delay back in round 2, the league, the tournament is on the 1st and 2nd. So the games need to be complete by the 31st of May. I think it's 31 days in May. Is it 30?
no idea.
My calendar knowledge has gone down there. But effectively, the Friday of week 3
So the 1st of June.
needs to be, because we should know. I would say the more games that are played in week 1 and 2, the easier it's going to be to arrange who's in which.
Sorry, so that is actually the
tournament.
31st of May. So we've got 3 Thursdays: the 16th, the 23rd, and the 30th. So I would say the 30th, that Thursday, is the last opportunity, because we will need Friday at least to announce.
Yes, and obviously arrange who's going to be taking part on the.
Yeah.
We've had to bring the weekend forward, mainly because of availability in Daniel Owen Centre as well. Because I think
Okay.
a couple of weeks later we have a Blood Bowl tournament, a Bolt Action tournament, all sorts. So it's the only weekend that was free. So I would ask everybody, if you can get your league games done week 1 and 2, gives us a bit more lead time to arrange for the Saturday and Sunday tournament. Obviously, people to arrange.
Yeah, because it's going to be. I guess it's one of those where we won't know if we are needed Saturday or Sunday until we've got the results.
Yes.
Josh, Alexa said, I accept your surrender for 6 bottles of wine for the missus.
As a reminder, Alex, you're one of my opponents, so unless you get 6 points out of that, I'm not happy. I need the bonus points, Alex. Come on.
Gonna get none out of it.
I know I'm not looking good for bonus points at the moment.
You're mine as well, though.
Yep.
Yeah, I need Triss and his Lord of Skulls to fall off the table, and Adams take the win, unfortunately, for the bonus points. So some good draws. I think there's
So, I think, when will we do the next league, do you think?
So I think that's one of the big questions now, and there's been a hot topic in the pub, at the club. There's been obviously a few people have messaged me, and I think part of obviously what we're going to spend the summer talking about and involving everybody is deciding how we want to approach this moving forward. When we started the first league, we started with 24 players, which at the time felt like a lot. 28 doesn't seem like you've added a lot, but it actually adds a lot more combinations of people you've played. We've tried a different bonus point system this round. I think ultimately we'd love to get to a point where, rather than having bonus points, it's more based on playing everybody. The challenge is when you have 30 odd people in the league, we'd be playing the league for 2.5 years on a 3-week basis to play everyone, which just isn't a possibility. So
sometimes it feels like that already.
so open to ideas. We are going to take a summer break, so I think certainly the plan is that during June and July we've got the WTC event going on, summer holidays, all sorts of bits and pieces.
Yeah.
We will certainly looking to arrange more of a narrative orientated
Good.
fun campaign during the month, and then we'll look to August for what we decide to do.
So even if you imagine it now as 28 players, you split that into 4 divisions of 7 or however you want to do it. There might not be 28 next league, we don't know.
Might be more.
It might be more, it might be less. But regardless, you could have divisions, and that will mean that your placing today in this league will probably determine where you set up.
I mean, what I can share, and I think it's important everybody's aware of some of the conversations that have taken place, is there's a few ways we can do this. We can, let's say, based on current interest and people who have said they're going to play, we're potentially looking at as many as 35, 36 people next league. It's a lot of people. Since we started this league, we've had 11 new people join 40k that I would class as regulars who now turn up every week, and they aren't in the league.
Yeah.
So we want to expand, we want it to be fun for everybody, and I think fun's the important thing here. Some of the feedback from some individuals has been actually, it's not great getting 20-0'd every week.
No.
Yes,
I get used to it.
You might learn from the first couple of 20-0s, but then you kind of want to be able to put your skills to the test. So do we need a league system that better caters to even matching? That's something we could look
And
into.
we could have winners of each division. And we got any questions from the floor?
When will the bonus points be added?
So they're actually live presently.
Yeah, so as soon as and just so people, because I think it'll make it interesting for the last campaign,
Oh, I see.
when I get back this evening, I will upload this round of fixtures. As soon as I put those fixtures in, it will add the bonus points that you've eligible for those individuals, which mean then it's only the last scores of the round to play for, which will give us quite a clear picture of what the options
And
are.
I would say, Ben, perhaps it'd be more interesting for everybody. I don't know if anyone wants to shout out now on the chat. We don't have a live update on the table for the last round. We do everything on the, on the website.
I can certainly.
Just so that when we do the announcement, whenever that might be, maybe the Saturday.
Well, we'd have to do it Friday.
Or the Friday. Yeah, we'd have to do it the Friday.
Yeah, I mean, I certainly can do that. I think it has been it has built some anticipation for people seeing themselves second, and the rest of the results
could
coming
do
in,
that.
and they dropped to 8th.
Is it more work to do it the way I suggested?
At the moment, it's automated. So if I disable it, then I
Okay.
have to go back and put it all in manually. But
No, okay,
it's
never
possible
mind.
to do.
Because you're right, it does flip and change based on
Yeah,
the games.
until
that
each
come in.
game figure comes in. I think last week in the pub, when we were sitting there discussing, at one point Matt specifically went from 2nd to 6th to 4th to 2nd as the results came in. So it is quite interesting.
Well, let's just keep it as
Yeah.
that.
Do we have any questions about league out of interest in terms of any suggestions on format or what people would like to see?
Not currently.
No. So I think, as I was saying before the question, what are our options? We split the league into smaller leagues. If we want to keep the 3 weekly league game fixture, which is been part of the big discussion previously, we've looked at going to 2 weeks per round. I would say this league, we've had 7 or 8 fixtures that couldn't be fulfilled in the 3-week period. So does that put pressure on fulfilling games? We do, however, now have Wednesday nights and Thursday nights. So there's so many things to take into account. Or we keep it as it is.
Are we going to have to break it down into SmackDown and Raw?
We may have to. we may have to.
Wednesday nights and Thursday nights.
That's showing our age a little bit there.
Yeah, sorry.
It's fine.
Random thought popped into my head.
But yeah, they're your options. One big league with Karen as we are, or we do experiment with.
We'll do
I
a
don't want to say
questionnaire.
just ability based, but we segment the league based on.
We'll do a
results and
questionnaire,
ability.
I think. We'll do a questionnaire. Anyway. Right, in that case, unless there was any questions, as Ben asked, I think that is a good chance for us to say we've been on the channel now for nearly 40 minutes, so we've actually done that quite quickly, considering all the
Yeah.
conversation. It's getting a bit late, I'm still sober, so for now, I would say thank you, good luck in your games, gentlemen, and it's been a great league so far, so thank you.
See you Thursday.
Yeah. Adieu.